Since we have everything set up now and we are good to go, let's create our very first Flutter project. To do that, let us go to the terminal and type flutter create followed by the project name that you want to give it. In this example, we have given it flutter_learn. Now this is a lengthy process, so we have taken the liberty to complete it beforehand for you. Now you would be greeted by these set of lines, and when it is completed, the terminal would tell you that your main program file is library/main.dart in the flutter_learn directory. We will talk about this further in the video. Now once this is done, the main screen would look something like this. So flutter_learn project, now the VC has already created a set of folders for you when this project was created. So let us go through these folders one by one. Let us begin by mentioning the Android folder. Like the name suggests, the Android folder contains all the Android related code and files in this project. Similarly, the iOS folder contains all the iOS related codes and files. Moving on to the library folder. The lib folder is the main folder where we have to write all of our application code. The default project template currently only contains the main.dart file here, which is kind of like an entry point for the Flutter application. Further, when we start creating multi-screen applications following a certain design pattern, we will have to create more files and folders inside this particular folder. Below this folder is the test folder, and as the name suggests, this folder is used to store and manage the testing code for the application. Just like the library folder, this folder also has just one file by default at the moment. Now the list of files that you see below the test folder are files which are present on the root directory. Now these are particularly configuration files which are used by the IDE of your choice and language tools. Now let us explain this one by one. The .gitignore file is a hidden file that an IDE uses to store the list of files which need to be ignored when a source code is uploaded or checked into any Git versioning system, like for example GitHub. The .metadata file is also a hidden file which is used by IDEs to track the properties of the particular Flutter project in question. Another one of the files called .packages file is one of the package managers which manage third-party or reusable controls or components inside the IDE. Let's say, for example, in case of Dart, the package manager calls pub, and this hidden file is used by pub to manage the packages for our project. The android.iml, or in this case flutter_learn_android.iml, is an XML file which is used by the editor engine to get the configuration of java_module which is used by this project. Moving on to pubspec.log. Just like the .packages, this file is also used by pub package manager in order to get the concrete versions and other identifying information for every immediate and transitive dependency that a package relies on. Below it is the pubspec.yaml. This is the only file, and I mean the only file in all these files in which we have to make changes when we have to use any third-party Flutter packages. This file is used by pub package manager again to get and load the packages that are used in the project, which can also include third-party packages. Below this, and the final file, is the readme.md. This is a markdown file, and as the name suggests, it's a readme file which can contain any information that you would want to mention about the project, and it's an optional file. So this is mainly the basic layout of how a new Flutter project looks like. Now what Flutter does for you is that whenever you create a new Flutter project, it creates a demo app for you to visualize. So let us, we would like to take liberty to show you that particular app. So let's run the command flutter run and see what that demo app looks like, which we would also go on to recreate further in our tutorial videos. So now the flutter run command is doing its magic, and this might take some time, but we can wait for that. Now the Flutter Demo App that is being built right now is basically a counter app that allows you to tap on a button and make certain counts. As you can see right now, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen, we tapped on the floating button 4 times and the counter just changed to 4. So it's a Flutter demo home page on which this app, what it basically does is that it counts the number of taps that you make on that particular button. So this is what a Flutter project looks like, and now in our further videos we will go on to make our own Flutter projects.